Starting out as a mortgage broker can feel overwhelming. You're fresh out of training, navigating the industry, and now you're hearing about specialization or niching. Some brokers swear by it, others say it's unnecessary. So should you specialize in a specific type of mortgage, or is it better to stay general? Well, let's break it down in this video. So let's give the case for niching or specializing. So specializing means focusing on a particular type of client or mortgage product. So such as first-time buyers, you could have buy-to-let investors, you could do self-employed, high net worth is another one, or you could even do adverse credit. There are a few clear benefits to choosing a niche. One of those is when you become an expert when you focus on one type of mortgage. You develop deep knowledge, making it easier to handle complex cases and answer client questions with confidence. The other one is that you have a stronger marketing and branding. Having a niche allows you to tailor your message to a very specific audience instead of being a generic mortgage broker. You can choose to be the self-employed mortgage specialist or the go-to broker for first-time buyers. Another thing as well you have is high conversion rates. People prefer working with a specialist. If a self-employed client sees that you've helped dozens of business owners just like them, they're more likely to trust you over a generalist broker. You also have referrals and word of mouth. Once you've established yourself within a niche, you'll start getting referrals from clients within the similar niche because they have the same needs. A landlord you help today may introduce you to a whole network of investors in the future. You've also got streamlined processes. If you're working with similar cases, your processes become more efficient. You'll know all the best lenders, you'll know the common pitfalls, and you'll know the shortcuts that make the application smoother. Now let's take the case for staying as a generalist advisor. So the flip side of this is that some brokers prefer to offer a more broad range of mortgage services rather than just specializing. So here is why. One is that there's more opportunities. By taking on all types of clients, you do open yourself up to a larger pool of business. A niche may limit you in the early days when you're trying to build a client base. Number two is you can actually find your niche over time. So if you're unsure what type of mortgage you enjoy working on with most, then taking on various different cases will help you discover your strengths and your preferences. Number three is market adaptability. So if you're only focused on one type of mortgage and then the market slows down, for example, if there is a dip in buy-to-let activity, you could find yourself struggling for business, whereas a generalist approach allows you to pivot wherever is needed. Another one with this is learning and experience. In your first few years, working across different types of mortgages will give you a well-rounded knowledge base that you can later leverage if you do decide to specialize in the future. So what is the best approach? Well, if you're newly qualified, here's a balanced way of approaching this situation. So I would say start broad, then narrow down. So work with different types of clients for your first 12 to 24 months, so 1 to 2 years, and then pay attention to which cases you enjoy most and where you've seen the best results. Also look at your network. Sometimes your niche finds you. If you have a strong personal professional network in a particular field, for example, self-employed professionals, property investors, or expats, consider leaning into that market. The other one to think about is focus your marketing without excluding others. So you can position yourself as a specialist in one area without turning away other clients. For example, your website and content might target first-time buyers, but you can still help remortgage clients who come your way. And then refine your niche over time. So your niche doesn't have to be set in stone. Some brokers that I work with, they may start with first-time buyers and later move into high net worth clients or other specialist lending fields. So there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to specializing or niching as a broker. Some of the most successful mortgage brokers are specialists, while others thrive by being a generalist. The key is to stay open-minded, to adapt to whatever works for you, and ensure that your business aligns with your own strengths and your long-term goals. Now, if you're thinking about becoming a mortgage broker, but you want to know a deep dive, a complete career guide, then check out this video on screen right now. I dive into a massive deep dive as to all the steps involved in building a thriving career as a broker. And if you've got any questions you'd like me to answer, please leave them in the comments and I'll get to them. See you later.